What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a new episode and I guess new series. Really, this is our first one doing this. We have no guest today. Still debating on what we call this. We were thinking, in case you missed it, with Alex and Steve. So today, I don't like to do it, but the gram, the Instagram, the reels, the algorithms catch me sometimes. And honestly, it's a lot of people sending me stuff these days. And then after they send me something, it'll send me down the rabbit hole. And my feed is like the Explore page. My Explore page is just so jacked up. There's nothing normal on my Explore page.
I really want to see your Explore page now.
There's nothing normal on it.
I want to look at it.
Like, there's not a single thing normal on it. So we grabbed a couple videos. And I suppose this is like a reaction podcast. And I was like, what do we call this today? Well, with these videos, we can call it the degradation of society. Because let's just start rolling the clip, right? I mean,
right.
This is one I sent to Alex. I can't remember who sent it to me, but it might have been Will Mack. I think it was Will. But anyways, let's roll this clip.
Positive on my profiles, people don't want to touch you. I remember being on a date with someone, so I brought him back to my place, was like, okay, like, I need to tell you something, like, I'm HIV positive. And I remember he, like, looked at me. It was like I murdered him. I was like, I thought he was going to beat the shit out of me. He was like, I can't believe you wouldn't tell me, and, like, you gave me HIV, and, like, was just, losing his mind. I'm like, no, that's not possible. Even if I bled on you, like, an open wound, like, that wouldn't happen. I'm undetectable. But he just, like, didn't want to hear it. Now, like, the way the law goes, like, being undetectable, like, I really don't have to, like, disclose my status. Right. And you think about it, like, anyone that you meet on your first date, or if, like, you're hooking up, like, are you like, I have diabetes, I have high blood pressure. You're not telling them any of this shit. Where HIV is now, like, if you are undetectable, like, you don't necessarily, like, have to disclose that. I don't think you're putting anyone at any risk that you have to, like, necessarily go through that, but it's because of the stigma and shame that I feel like I have to disclose. People would look at that as betrayal. I put HIV positive on my profile.
Okay. So let's break this down. What law is the he/she talking about? Do we know what law she's talking about? He's talking about?
I don't know. I mean, I think you're supposed to, by law, like, disclose that you have HIV to people that you're gonna.
But they said, but the law now says I don't have to do that, right? That's what they just said. Yeah.
So it must have been a change in the law where I know you can be so low that, like, you have an undetectable amount of HIV, however that works. So, like, in theory, you can't transmit it.
Yeah, I'm not an HIV expert.
Yeah. You're not?
But I feel like...
Should we call Dr. Fauci?
Yeah, right. Let's call Dr. Fauci. I bet he knows exactly what's going on. But I feel like the bleeding on, even if I bled on you... Isn't the possibility there? The possibility is there, even if you are undetectable.
I would guess the possibility is there. But like science says, right? That it's not. And we know we got to trust the science, so because the science can't be wrong.
I was just thinking exactly what this comment, Juan Hustle. I was just thinking exactly what this comment says. Like that. So the whole undetectable thing, it's kind of a question mark for me. I never dealt with HIV, and I've never done research on it. But we're at a point in society now where we are defending ourselves with HIV, saying we don't need to disclose this, and we are comparing it to high blood pressure. So now HIV is just high blood pressure. I think that goes hand in hand with the sexual, like the kids now, they have sex like shaking hands.
Oh yeah. It's
just like, what's your body count? All those videos. What's your body count? What's your body count? And they walk around the street and if we showed like any of these videos, like, can you imagine? Hold on. Like, if I showed, there's no way my grandpa's ever seen this video. But if I showed this to my grandpa, he would be so blown away. It's a person in a dress with a beard talking like a girl, but you can clearly know it's a man. basically, essentially saying, if I have HIV, it doesn't matter. I don't need to tell anyone.
I'm just like, even if it doesn't matter and you don't need to disclose it because you can't give it to someone, isn't that just like the respectful thing to do?
Yeah.
To just have that conversation, just be like, hey, just so you know, like completely undetectable, blah, blah, blah. But
yeah, I would think so. I suppose I don't understand the feeling because I don't need to disclose something of that nature to people. I've never really had to.
Yeah.
And I could see how you would be really embarrassed and you wouldn't want it to like kill your shot with someone you like. But it's important to disclose all possibilities. It's like, selling a drug. Big Pharma selling drugs. What do they disclose? They didn't exactly disclose the adverse reactions. Were they likely? No. But was it a possibility? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So is it likely to give someone else HIV, even if I'm really undetectable? I don't know. I don't even think this person could put a number on it. Like the possibility, the probability of it happening.
Like what's the percent?
They have no idea. I'm so undetectable.
What percent is your confidence in being undetectable
and how do you measure
and being
that?
untransmissible?
Again, it's something we don't know. Yeah. I don't know how they measure that or but it's just crazy how we've gone. Please, I just saw this.
Oh, you didn't see that?
I didn't even see that. Please start the fucking rapture. I'm ready, God. I'm just seeing that right now. Even after I didn't even notice that. Dude, I guess the beard and the bearded red dress took my attention.
Pretty eye-catching.
Man. But we're at a point now where like HIV is just high blood pressure. That's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy. Oh, okay.
Ready?
Yeah, next video. Oh man, I sent this to my wife this morning.
Here we go.
Who's? Just for a quick second. This is someone's mom. You can see the stretch marks. I mean, I'm not saying stretch marks are bad. I'm not saying like your body's not beautiful, but I'm just saying this is someone's mom. This mom is 100% setting up their child to be made fun of relentlessly.
Ungodly amounts.
Ungodly amount.
Well, have you seen the one kid? I've seen a couple clips of him where like his sister, I guess, has like a super popular OnlyFans. She's like college age and he's like in high school.
Oh my God.
And he like talks about all my friends make fun of me. I don't think I'll ever get a girlfriend. I'm worried this is going to impact me trying to get into college.
I've never seen this.
Brushes him off. It's like, but I can do what I want. He's like, it's like a 14-year-old kid who's like, yeah, but your actions have consequences on people other than you.
So this is like a 14-year-old boy with a sister in college.
Yeah, like 20-something-year-old sister.
See, the whole OnlyFans thing, as much as I want to blame these ladies, it's really the weak men that are subscribing to this that's the problem. Like it
does go both ways, and
It does.
Because if you use the drug dealer example, which comes up all the time, it's like, I hold drug dealers responsible. I'm like, that's wrong, and you shouldn't be putting it out there. Yes, there's a market for it. Yes, people will buy it. But be fucking better. Don't sell drugs. Flip side, don't sell OnlyFans.
It's what, these guys that are just jumping to a subscription, like also, like those boobs are not breathing. They're about to turn purple.
Yeah, I feel like that's really uncomfortable.
Yeah, there's no way that's comfortable.
I don't know. Someone with boobs, let us know.
Yeah.
If that would hurt.
Let us know if that is painful or I just can't see that. It's like a thong for your boob. But like I said, as much as I want to blame the girls, if I had a really easy avenue, I wouldn't. Ultimately, I wouldn't. But if I had a really easy avenue and I knew there was this crazy perverted audience and they would pay me ridiculous amounts of money, like ridiculous amounts. There was some report done saying the top OnlyFans models made more than the top NBA players. Did you see that?
I didn't see that, but I don't doubt it.
I don't know the exact numbers, but someone just compared the top OnlyFans models to like the top NBA players, and the OnlyFans models were like making more. I can't remember if it was like grouping the top with the top or whatever, because it's hard to believe that they're making more money than like LeBron. But if that opportunity was there, I could totally understand why a broke girl would do it. Especially in today's world, I can understand why she would try.
I get the temptation for sure.
I get the temptation. And when you're scrolling through a feed like this, like it's social media is the problem. Like if you're a young girl and you're like, oh my God, this is all I have to do. I just have to basically wear a bikini and like entice guys to do this, and then they'll pay me extra to do weird stuff, like sell my bathwater or fart in a tube and they'll mail it.
It's so wild.
But that's literally a thing.
I know it is. It's just
that's a thing. That's
can't
crazy.
wrap my mind around it.
That's crazy. Someone buys farts.
Who?
There's somebody out there that's
I just
bought
try
a
and
fart.
picture the person that does that. I'm like, what is going on in your life?
I feel like we
that
can
you
picture
need?
them.
Yeah.
It's like that dude. Have you seen the first person that comes to mind? Have you seen Gamer with Gerard Butler?
Mm-mm.
It's like a virtual world where you essentially like you are, so you can sell your body to the game. I feel like this is becoming a real thing. You can sell your body to the game and someone can control you with their PC.
Weird.
Yeah. And there's like a scene where Gerard Butler's wife is like selling her body to the game because she's broke. And he breaks into the game and he's not controlled by a computer anymore. And he takes her. Anyways, you get little snippets of what this guy looks like, and he's just a tub of lard. And he's like licking his lips and like that. That's like what I picture.
Neck beard with Cheeto dust on the shirt kind of thing.
That's what I picture.
Yeah.
Like that dude's buying farts. For sure. For sure. There was a girl who revealed how much money she made off of selling bathwater. We could probably Google it really quick. See if we can
I think you've
Google
told
it.
me about this.
Oh my God.
Just
insane
absurd amounts of selling bathwater.
Yeah.
Plus, for anyone here by chance who is thinking about buying bathwater, it might not be real bathwater. Just saying, it might just be regular water.
Well, so I think she like made videos selling it. Okay, so I asked AI. A social media, based on the search results, a social media influencer, Belle Delphine, sold her bathwater for $30 per bottle, and it sold out within 3 days. She reportedly sold around 500 units, generating $15,000 in revenue. Why? What in the world is going on? Like, what are you doing with that water? It's just chlorine in it. Like, it's just chlorine, soap, and
yeah.
how would you even taste or smell anything, girl? Oh my God!
I don't know what they're doing with it. That's like,
What
are
are
they
you
putting
doing
it
with
in their bathwater?
Just shoving their, just leave it in the jar, just throwing their dick in there,
Petting the jar.
just holding it, going to sleep with it. What are you doing? 15. See, like right there. If some girl knew that she can do that, why wouldn't they? If some idiot was out there, it's like a snake oil salesman.
See, a big part of me is like, sure, why wouldn't they? There's a ton of stuff I don't do that I could do.
Yeah.
Right? And it's because I have morals.
But do those things that you were thinking of that you are avoiding doing, do they bring you 15 grand in revenue?
I guarantee, you can disagree if you want, but I think you're going to agree. I can make a shitload of money if I put all of my effort into selling cocaine. I'd make a lot of money.
Yeah, but that's way more effort than taking a bath.
This is true. But still.
But I understand what you're saying.
I could build a fucking cocaine empire.
That would take a lot of work.
Coming soon.
That would take a lot
Just
of work.
kidding.
That would take a hell of a lot more work than just looking cute in a tub
Oh, for sure.
and bottling up, just getting, what is it?
But I could also make way more money.
500 mason jars and just selling those.
Yeah.
Wild. 15 grand in revenue. Maybe we should try this. Maybe we should take a bath live on the podcast
Not together.
and say, no, together.
No.
If it's, dude, 15 grand? Oh, man. I'll take a bath. You want to watch me take a bath?
I'm good.
It's wild.
You're going to have to find a new producer for that show.
So wild. I just pictured you standing there like, are we really doing this? We're
got
really
the
about to
camera.
do this right now? We're about to take a bath.
We got the GoPros ready in the underwater housing.
Yeah. The underwater GoPro shot. This is where this water's coming from. Oh, man. All right.
We
yeah.
ready for this last one?
Yeah, last video.
All right, here we go.
It's about, I can feel my frontal lobe developing. I don't want sweets anymore. I don't like loud noises. I don't like staying up late. I want to make good choices. I want a stable job. If you ever want to feel like that, just go and watch a funeral. I especially mean the funeral of a person who passed away young. A person who lived to be 95 isn't going to motivate you to think, wow, my life is short, I really should take things seriously and make drastic changes in my life to have better outcomes. Johnny Gaudreau and his brother Matthew Gaudreau were killed together while bicycling by a drunk driver. Johnny was 31 and his brother was 29, and while the internet considers that a life well lived, he was still quite young. He'd been married to his wife since 2021, they had 2 children and they were expecting a third.
We're actually a family of 5. I'm in my 9th week of pregnancy with our 3rd baby. A total surprise, but again, John was beaming and so excited. To my babies, Daddy loves you all so much.
No one takes a single moment with things completely out of your control, and everything you are to everybody that you know has been erased. Entire lifetimes of work are gone. If you aren't doing everything in your power to create the life that you want to have, then you're making a mistake. You know those posts about, I can feel my frontal lobe developing. I don't want sweets anymore.
I mean, first of all, if you're not following Ian Byington, I highly recommend it. I've been following him for a while. He's got really good stuff. And that story is freaking crazy. Those two hockey brothers, right? Mm-hmm. Two hockey brothers riding their bikes and just gets taken out by a drunk driver.
Just
right?
gone.
Gone. Just gone. And for those of you that haven't experienced, obviously you haven't experienced death if you're listening to this, but if you haven't experienced death in like your immediate family, maybe a close friend or something like that, it's nothing quite like that wakes you up. Or nothing wakes you up quite like that, Will. That's like the moment. I mean, it was the defining.
It hits different too when it's someone younger than they should be when they die. You know what I mean?
So yeah, because if you go to
when your grandpa
great-grandma's,
dies and
it's like, oh yeah, that was supposed
80,
to happen.
you're like, yeah, it's about time. Like, I am smart enough to know people don't live forever.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting up there and like your health's declining, and this is somewhat expected. Sucks to say, but that's how it goes. But when it's someone who's 20, 30, 40, like 50,
So young.
yeah.
And from what I've gathered, like really good kids too, like really good dudes. They were the NHL, or they were former NHL.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
Just a like I said, Ian's a great follow, and what he's saying is totally right. There is eventually. I was just telling someone this because they have bad habits. They know they have bad habits, and they're complaining to me that they know these bad habits. Well, there will be a point. At some point in your life, you will understand just how stupid those habits are. Like when he said, I feel my prefrontal cortex fully developing. I don't want sugar. I don't want this. And it just starts to click where everything starts to make sense. The poison around, like, oh man, if I walk around the grocery store, all I see is poison.
Dude, I can't look at people's carts when I grocery shop.
Oh,
I look and I'm just like,
Gatorade, Dr. Pepper, alcohol.
just family of 4, and they have like 17 different kinds of soda just stocked up in this cart with like a few packs of Oreos on top. I'm like, is this for a party, I hope? Like, at least?
we were shopping in Jewel, and we're in the freezer aisle because we were trying to find like one of our favorite things to get is like the potato skins or mozzarella sticks, like something pre-dinner. I'm not perfect, like I don't eat grass-fed meat every single meal, and that's one of our favorite things to do. So we're trying to find like the apps, and I come across like the area where there's like Hungry Man's and Salisbury steaks. I can't even describe to you how disgusting these Salisbury. There's no way they were Salisbury steaks. I should have read the ingredients, but it was so disgusting looking.
Cardboard.
And it was $4.99 for 6 Salisbury steaks. $4.99.
$4.99 for 6.
$4.99 for 6 Salisbury steaks in Jewel. They're frozen. If you are looking for a deal, I got a deal for you.
We know I like deals.
But we looked at it, and it was like, no way in hell is that a steak. No way in hell. But where I'm going with this is so many people buy those because they're stocked in there. If they're not, if they're stocked and they continue to restock, someone's buying them.
Yep.
The store is not going to buy something that's not continuing to sell. So all that processed.
Tracked. And yeah, they know exactly how much revenue that's producing and how much inventory to carry to make money.
And it's all poison. It's all straight poison. And most of you are choosing poison out of convenience. You think like, oh, this is okay. Oh, this cereal's okay. Next time you go to the grocery store, walk around and really think to yourself how it's laid out. Because to get to anything healthy, what do you got to walk past? The candy, the totally ultra processed foods, the colorful alcohol sitting in the middle, the soda, or like when it comes Super Bowl time, that's always my favorite because they make like a giant like field goal post with like soda cans and they always like decorate for it. And then there's just giant bags of chips.
Yeah.
All of that is made to sell to you, and you don't need any of it. As a matter of fact, I think you should fast more than you eat for a lot of you, in a lot of cases.
I've been fasting. Not really intentionally, but I just haven't been eating until like 6 o'clock.
You're also not doing any activity.
Yeah.
So
But
I've
been liking it.
That's which, by the way, do you guys know Alex just had brain surgery? That's kind of been our delay.
Yeah.
That's kind of been why we haven't.
Round 2, baby.
Yeah, that was his second brain surgery. So really brief overview, he had a benign tumor behind his ear.
Yep.
And he got it taken away one time. Whether it was a good job or not, it came back. So he had to do that again, and that's why we've been slacking on episodes. But Alex just had brain surgery, so look at him. He looks great.
Ready to rock.
He looks great, but he's not allowed to do anything. So
That
we were just filming stuff in the
sucks.
gym today, and Alex was just standing there. Which, by the way, we just made a video about it, but you influencers out there are so gay. You're so gay. Like when you have a camera or a camera guy or a camera person walking around filming you for your material and your content, you're a content creator. How do you not feel extremely gay?
Dude, it's because I know they feel cool. They're walking into like a public gym and they got their filmer with them and they're like, I'm the man.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Good thing we have our own gym because there's no way in hell I would let you follow me like that and film me.
I wouldn't do it.
There's no way. It's a good thing we have our own gym because it is so gay. I just remember thinking like, this is so dumb. People do this all the time, or they set up their tripods just to get like a dumbbell bench set. It's like, why are we even filming that? It's just a set of dumbbell bench,
It always cracked me up before I met you and I saw someone at the edge in the gym and they just got their little tripod and their iPhone. They're like filming every set. And I'm just like, what are you doing?
There are guys that I've known before that they've filmed every last set for their coach. They have like online coaches for powerlifting. I respect that.
Yeah.
Okay. Especially if the coach wants it. If the coach
everyone's got their own reasons and like, who am I to judge? But
I'm willing to guess that this lovely portal of just degradation has influenced most of these young wannabe content creators into filming their coochie and bending over in front of the camera and like flexing and blah, blah, blah. It's just gay. It was so good. Like I got to like really experience it today, and I just remember thinking, "Oh my God, this sucks. This is dumb. I didn't like it at all, at all." But we got to play the game. We got to play the game.
We do.
Speaking of, now that we're nearing the end of the show, so FYI, we now have a active email list and we have a Patreon. So I'm sure most of you know who are listening to the show, I am 100% shadow banned and censored on Instagram. And me and Alex are thinking, well, how are we supposed to grow this if I don't even know why? I can't even pull up why I'm shadow banned or censored. My app fails. It just turns off. Literally, because you can usually click on like the post that does it. I'll click on it. Yeah, it won't reload, won't do anything. So while I'm emailing the legal team, Zuck, of Facebook and Instagram and Meta and blah, 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 we started a Patreon. So if you've enjoyed the show, if you like the show, if you want more of the show, it's $5. Was it $4.99?
$4.99.
$4.99 for our Patreon. And on our Patreon, you get a little extra. You'll get bigger discounts. On our email list, if you want to join our email list, you get discounts on that.
Plus, stay up to date with what's going on the podcast and what I got cooking up behind the scenes. I got something I think's pretty funny right now.
Yeah, Alex has his own stuff going on too. So you can join that email list. And then real quick shout out to Rugged Road. So we actually did a deadlift test today. And
Nuts.
So did we bring no, we didn't bring the cooler down.
No.
So Rugged Road has an awesome cooler. So if you're in the market for a new cooler, their direct competition is obviously the Yeti. If you want to, can you pull up the cooler real quick, Alex?
Yeah.
But their direct competition is this Yeti cooler. This Yeti cooler is like 20-something pounds, and the Rugged Road is 9 pounds. This thing floats upright. It's completely indestructible. We deadlifted, 700 pounds on the cooler?
Almost.
Just short of 700 pounds?
675?
675, whatever it was.
Or 6.
It was 600 plus pounds that we were standing on this cooler, and I was
It was
deadlifting
4 plates
on it.
plus you.
And it wasn't budging. The thing's a tank. Yeah, here it is. And it's the same exact price as a cooler. And with our code, you guys get 10% off. So if you're in the market for it, click on the tan one. I like the tan one the best.
This one.
Yeah, that one's cool.
Yeah.
But if you're in the market for a cooler, this is where you want to go. Check them out. Use unpolished 10 for your code. But anyways, we'll wrap this show up. Please help us.
This one's the bigger one, 17 pounds. Yeti is
Oh, sorry, I was
30, 35. This is the bigger
wrong.
one.
Oh, this is
than
the
ours.
bigger one. Bigger
Yeah.
one. Okay.
So-
Well, the regular one's 9 pounds, right?
Yeah, the one we have is 9 pounds.
9 pounds. And it's got the same space. You can even flip the top. The top has a cup holders in it too. The top completely comes off. And it floats upright. So if you're going on a float trip, this is the one you want. 13 pounds? That's the small one?
I don't know which one we
Why
have
do I
now.
keep saying 9?
I don't know.
Maybe it's because it was 9 pounds lighter. Oh, it's 9 pounds lighter.
9 pounds lighter.
Anyways, if you want to support us, if you like the show, if you've enjoyed the show, if you've had any sort of fun experience with the show, check out the Patreon. It's $4.99. It helps me pay Alex the well-deserved money that Alex deserves. And yeah, I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Thanks for tuning in as we grow this. And we'll see you guys soon.
And if you don't do any of that, just share the show.
Just share the show.
Share it. Send it to someone who
Yeah,
will like it or hate it. I don't really care. Send it to one person. That's all you got to do.
If you don't like it, just don't listen.